Welcome! This is my review of Kre-O Mirage. And before we take a look at the vehicle, let's take a look at the two Kre-Ons that come with this set. You get this guy here, which is, I guess, a race car guy or a mechanic dude, but his helmet does come off. And these figures do have articulation. Let's see if I can get his helmet back on here. There we go. Articulation at the shoulders, articulation at the hips, and they have peg holes at the bottom of their feet so that they can peg into the driver's area. And then you have the miniaturized version of Mirage, which is my favorite of the two. He does come with a weapon, and really nice. The helmet, if you will, does come off, but I don't see the point of that really, especially with the Mirage Kre-On. But he's got some nice detail, like the number 26 on his chest, and he does have articulation, as you can see, as well as peg holes at the bottom of his feet. So two really nice figures. I like the fact that all of the Kre-Os come with these Kre-Ons. And here we have a look at the vehicle mode, which is actually nice. Now typically with the Kre-O sets, the Kre-O Transformer sets, usually, in my opinion, the vehicle modes look better than the robot modes. But sometimes it's the opposite way. Sometimes the robot modes look better than the vehicle modes. But in this case, I would say the vehicle mode does look the best. And one thing, as you can see here, these stickers do tend to peel off. So you may want to apply some glue if you're planning to have these permanently stuck on there. Otherwise they tend to peel off. But detail wise, you can see the number 26 there. You've got the letters or the word Energon there on the spoiler. A nice Autobot symbol there on the air intake. Number 26 again on the front of the vehicle or the race car, and they have the word racing on the front spoiler. The tires themselves are made of rubber-like material, so the thing rolls really, really well, extremely well. And I guess I'll just give you a look at the back here. This part does move, however, I don't think it really offers any real functional value other than the fact that it can move. You do have a steering wheel, which does move, as you can see there. And here's like a top-down look at the vehicle, and the undercarriage. You can see there. Looks pretty cool. Now, size comparisons. I decided to bring out G1 Mirage. You can see here. And maybe do it this way. And also, I have Classics Mirage, which Classics Mirage actually, in terms of length, is shorter than the Kre-O Mirage figure. So there you go. Look at those two. And they actually look pretty good together, I think. So, you can see the driver's area, you don't really have, well, you can actually get these figures to sit down somewhat. There's just barely enough room for them to kind of just sit like that. Of course, because of the peg holes at the bottom of the figure, you can actually peg them into onto those you know, those posts there. So you do have that option. And stickers are still coming off. So yeah, really nice, really realistic looking vehicle mode. And again, rolls very well, extremely well. It's really nice. So with that said, let us go ahead and take a look at the robot mode. So, robot mode. One of the things I want to get out of the way right away is it's a negative, and it is the view from the back, especially with the legs. I wish they would have found some way to bulk up these legs, and they really look bad. I don't really like that look at all. And it's, you can see the legs are really skinny. If they were to do that, I think the figure would look pretty good. But as it is, this looks pretty bad. So that's pretty much all the bad things I can say about the robot mode. Articulation wise, well, you got a ball jointed head, you have a swivel at the shoulder and a swivel at the elbow. Same thing for the other arm. And then you can see there's ball joints here for the way that the legs attach to the hips, and ball joints down here at the ankle. I really don't know what you could do to make this figure look good as far as posing this figure, because you know, not only are the legs really thin, but I don't really know how you can make this figure pose really well. Even though you have the articulation here and here, I really don't know what you can do with that. So I don't really, you know, for me, it's going to be displayed on a shelf like this. So I really don't know how you could really pose it that well. And maybe somebody had found a way, I don't know. But as you can see, you got the Autobot sticker here, which looks pretty good, although I notice it's coming off. Some of the other stickers are coming off as well. They're starting to come off, which is kind of annoying. But the head sculpt is very nice, very G1 Mirage. And speaking of G1 Mirage, as a size comparison, here is Generation 1 Mirage, and you can see there he is definitely shorter than the Kre-O Mirage. And here is Classics Mirage. So you can see even the Kre-O is taller than Classics Mirage here. And just for fun, here's the Kre-O. And you can see how small that is in comparison to the actual robot mode. And you have the driver here, which for some reason doesn't want to stand up. Oh, well, they do have little peg holes on the bottom of their feet, but there you go. Size comparison. Excuse me. So there you go. Some size comparisons. I'll just use my old stand-in. Here is a 3 3/4 Iron Man figure. So if you don't have any of these figures, you can kind of get an idea as to how tall this Kre-O Mirage is. And I've noticed that a lot of the robot modes for these Kre-Os are quite tall. So that's kind of a good thing. If you like your figures tall, then you know you'll like the robot mode. So final thoughts on Kre-O Mirage in my very first Kre-O build. Well, as I said before, there are a couple issues with Kre-O Mirage, namely being the legs and how skinny they are. And I wish they would have found a way to bulk them up. And maybe if you added some more parts from other Kre-Os, you could add that to the leg and maybe solve that problem. The legs are a bit out of proportion to the body, but not so much that it really bothers me too much. But if you kind of look at it, it does seem like the legs are a bit long in the Kre-O Mirage robot mode. Now, do I plan to buy more of these? Well, first off, let me say I had a great time building this. It really reminded me of being a kid again, and the build process was very fun. And I think I'm going to pick up Sideswipe, and I think I'm going to pick up Jazz. And if it comes down in price, I will pick up the Sentinel Prime, which is the larger figures.